Hello? Huh. Alright. No weird noises. Nothing bad. Going great so far, sweet. So, I've done one video, or a few videos. Actually, just one video with no script, nothing in mind. And that's what I'm doing today because it's so freeing. And that's what I do with writing all the time. I write and I don't have anything in mind. And I just write. And I mean, of course, I have things in mind. It's the end of the day. It's 9:11. Technically, I'm supposed to be asleep right now, but I think this is an important thing to do. This is an important thing to do. It's like a self-interrogation. I'm going to look back at this, rewatch this, and see where I am in this point in life and to keep moving forward. Like, just recently, I looked past my old videos and I realized that life, it feels like it's like you climb mountains, you reach a peak, and then you fall all the way to the bottom just to climb a higher mountain. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to climb a higher mountain because I recognize that I fall. And I made this through, on my website, trivillian.us. I have now a tab called YouTube where it has all the links to my YouTube videos, and I made a description about all of them. And when I was making a description on all of them, I was like, dang, I think way differently now. I can't believe I said these things before. I was so haughty back then. And I could see my haughtiness in the way I presented myself and my hair and the way I spoke. And so I'm putting this out there so I can just reflect on this later on. So yesterday, I struck a great opportunity. I'm on OfferUp all the time, looking at camera equipment because that's what I like to do. I love photography, and I'm going to talk about photography a lot. This is just a good starting point. This has no start. This has no beginning. It's like writing. It's just blah. So, if anyone's watching, it's going to be messy. And that's the way I like it. It's so freeing. So, I got this $150 box of photography stuff, and I saw lenses, and I love glass. I just want the glass. I didn't care about anything else, but it has 4 camera bodies. I thought only 2 of them were film. I thought the other 2 was like cheapo electric cameras that I was just thinking about selling. But I saw 4 lenses, and I'm like, yeah, that's worth the $150. So I went over there as soon as I could because there was other people that was trying to get the same thing. And so luckily I went at the right time. The guy was amazing. We had a great time. I loved hearing his stories. The one that sold everything to me. And it was just sitting in his garage. And it's amazing to hear, but it was 4 film cameras. And I got a tripod for $25 that is way better, phenomenally better than the tripod that I got for $80 in Best Buy. Like, I broke that pretty much. Well, I mean, I used it so well that, of course, it's going to fail because it's not built well. But now I have a professional tripod for $25. It's amazing. I was just cleaning it in the garage today for like an hour. I spent 2 hours cleaning all of the cameras because they're so filthy dirty. The dude was obviously a smoker, and there's nothing wrong about that. I just had to clean everything, and I had a phenomenal time. Oh yeah, and this video is like just showing. Okay, yeah, you already know that I'm cleaning the cameras here. I forgot about that. I'm talking in the dark because my eyes hurt and I don't want to write. And I have this film because I wanted to do a voiceover, but I don't want to have a script because it's just, it makes it seem more of a tour, and makes it seem more put together, and more of other people to see. This is for me to see, and if other people want to see it, then sweet. But yeah, you get the purpose. So far it seems like 2 of the film cameras are working, and it's amazing to hear. That's such a bonus. I'm testing the 2 others when they come. My amazing girlfriend is helping me through these. She loves film cameras, so that's amazing. I just love the lenses, so I could use them on my electric cameras. But I love restoring things. I love playing with things and remaking its potential impact. I just love men love material things, and well, all men have to conquer a lot of things about themselves, and something that I don't. Oh, yeah, you see, this is why I don't really do, right? Because there's so many strings of thought to go towards. But this is why it's so great to just talk, because it's so much more chill. My eyes are relaxing. I'm in a dark place. I'm just trying to, I guess, comfort myself and give myself reason for speaking to this. So we all love material things. I love cars very deeply. I'm passionate about it when I was 5. And then I loved watches passionately about it when I was 13, because watches are a little more tangible than cars. And I was at war with myself for a long time, and I guess that's how I found the beauty of art, and I love art now. I love art, and I see that discipline in art is a great thing to entwine together. It's so beautiful to see them come together. So I wanted to be an artist, and I want to be disciplined. And I dabbled a lot in poetry at first, but I haven't done poetry in I wrote a poem about a month ago, but before then, probably only to be romantic, I guess. But nothing to express other than that. My last poem was to express my love for God. My other last poem was to express my love for my girlfriend. And the other ones from prior to that were extremely dark. And that's a great thing. That's a phenomenal thing. And one thing that I wanted to write about is that, or speak about, or having this thought that it is okay for men to cry. Men should cry. And I could already see the pushback from my friends, from other masculine figures, but understanding that people are emotional beings, and we have emotions, and there's one way or another we have to deal with them. And when you're communicating with someone else that's very important to you, and you're feeling strong emotions, you might want to punch a wall. You might want to do a lot of things. You might want to put the other person down or say words that are bad, but all these things aren't a good expression. They're just not. And poetry, art, all of this is a great expression, but you can't do it at that time, right? You're angry, you're talking to someone, and then you just start spitting versus like that. It doesn't really work like that. It doesn't really make sense. And if you did that, it'd probably be bad. Because you don't necessarily want to show your darkness to the other person. You should come at a place of love. So, if you have nothing else to do, hold your anger. Don't let it control you. But you can't hold it either. You're not supposed to put it inside of your body, because it's going to come inside of your body. You're gonna feel it in your shoulders or in your back or somewhere. There's going to be some consequence of it. So you have to release it. And sometimes you just have to cry, and that's fine. Let yourself cry. I don't know. You see, this has nothing to do with photography, but at the same time, it is. It's art. It's expression. And sometimes you can't do art. So sometimes you have to release. It's the act of releasing is important. Because if you just hold things in all the time, then of course you're gonna go out and take a camera and shoot black and white and see the world in such a dark, dim light. But how about release everything as quick as possible and move forward? I mean, that's great. And that's something that I'm just now learning and doing. So I'm proud of myself for that. And I guess I wanted to talk about my love for photography too, because it stems from my love for art, it stems from my love for writing, and it stems from gratitude. I'm watching this show called The Crown, and it's about the monarchy of Britain. And I mean, the thing is, I believe that no matter where you are, there is somebody that is struggling harder than you are, facing difficult circumstances. I'm looking around the world, North Korea, South Korea, like many places, many times in history that has been absolutely terrifying and horrible. And if those people were in our position, in the position of having a home, having food, having a day of opportunity, a day where like we are able to walk around, we're not getting shot at, there is peace in the streets at this moment. It's amazing. And if they were here, what good could they do? How much more would they strive for? How much faster would they be climbing mountains and scaling mountains? Because they already have fallen for so long. All you want to do is climb up. Because you can. Because there's an opportunity to. So it's like this whole entire... Like photography is about seizing the moment. It's about getting the moment right. It's about capturing the moment at the right time. And people need to realize that this is your time to capture your moment. If one of the things that I always had in the back of my head, I guess, but I kind of forgot, I kind of lost this thought, was, and I wrote about it in my YouTube, or I talked about it on my YouTube channel about being comfortable. And one of my friends was like, why don't you have a heater in your car? And I'm like, I mean, it's not like a big deal for me. Like, why is your heater broken? And I feel like they were, in a way, like, looking down on me because they have a car that they worked really hard for. That's very nice and modern and everything. And it comes with all these creature comforts, and that's great. Like, if people value that, if you work hard for that, that's an amazing thing, and that is good. But I'm someone who views cars as cages in a way, because I am a cyclist. I've done 100 miles. That's something that's forever ingrained into me. I used to go to ride my bike to work. I used to ride my bike to the grocery store. I used to ride my bike everywhere because it was uncomfortable, but I was with the world. I felt a deeper connection to the world. And what does that mean? A lot of Christians don't believe in the theory of evolution. They don't believe how much evolution plays a role in our lives, how much blood is to struggle, life is to struggle. And so I'm finding this comfort in struggling, this deep comfort and gratitude that, like, okay, I wake up at 5 in the morning, I go to the gym, drive my truck, I don't even put the heater on. Dude, my heater actually works. It's been working, I just never used it. I didn't even realize. I guess I never even tried it. And I found that hilarious. I was like, and at first I didn't even know how to respond to him. I was like, well, why don't I have a heater in my truck? I guess I just didn't care for it. And that's fine. People care about different things. That's the great thing about freedom. And that's so, like, care about what you want. You're supposed to care about something, so just care for something. But to, like, and I'm not saying they look down on me, but to look down on somebody else because they have different choices and different aspects and different views of life, and because they don't match your own, like, why would you look down on anyone? Why would you look down on someone that disrespected you? Someone. You can learn from everyone in this world, every person that you interact with, no matter if it's good, if it's bad, whatever. It's all a learning experience. It's all a journey, and make the best and most out of it. That's the part of the whole theory of evolution. Life is struggle. Make the most out of it, move forward, and just act in a place of love. Have your heart open so that you can go through life with an open heart, with all your wounds, and let them go and keep moving forward. There was this quote that said, I don't remember exactly, but you don't know the pain that it took to be this. What was the word? This gentle. And if life is struggling, and we can get to a gentle place, isn't that amazing? Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that where the other side of the grass is so much greener? Like, that's absolutely fantastic. Just embrace life, embrace where you are, and understand, okay, maybe you feel sorry for yourself, maybe blah, 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 whatever. there's so many people that are in way more situation that if they were in your position, they would be scaling mountains super fast just because they can. And material possessions, men, the social class order, the pecking order, whatever it is, there's different kinds of orders. And if you subscribe to the one of the world, then that's on you. I subscribe. I don't even care about the world's pecking order because so much of it, it's like people use status like symbols, like cars, clothes, jewelry, all these things. I think that, but in the Bible it says all of it weighs you down, and it does. It really does. My pecking order is really hard to face because God is the ultimate one. And when you enter a relationship with God, you feel so bad. Because God is the only thing that's good. And that's a part of being Christian. But love, I learned from Josh Carter, like love is sacrifice. And I'm very grateful for how I got here, for all my challenges, for my ideas. I really don't know how I stumbled here, how my curiosity has stumbled here, how I dove into my own way. I dove into my own human spirit. Got to understand God more and to understand how bad the flesh is. I'll never be good. I'll never will be. But God is good. And I guess the video is coming into an end, so 5 more minutes. I'll speak about a little bit my road in photography to try to kind of close this entire idea up. I wanted to be an artist. I felt like poetry was cool, but I couldn't really make anything out of it. I thought drawing and painting and all that was cool, but I never really planned on selling it. I probably should have tried selling it, but I guess I never did, so I was like, I should learn a trade. I should learn a trade that will make me money, and so I picked up a guitar. But I figured it was going to take too long. And so I picked up a camera. And like, this is a way where I could practice my artistic expression. But also make money out of it. So, because I'm young. And money is important. So I chose it as like a discipline and a hobby and a business and a love for art. But I didn't really expect it to get me this far at all. I didn't realize how amazing it was and how proud of myself that I picked that up in the first place and that I've continued to grow. And the fact that I am here now, like cleaning film cameras, I never thought I'd be shooting film cameras so early into my life, but I'm shooting film cameras seriously today, and it was so much fun with my girlfriend, and we had a great time. And I'm selling my watches, selling such a deep love of something from prior before, because I want to sacrifice that self of the material. Like, I just need one watch. I always thought to only have a one watch collection because I don't want to have excess. I don't want to have, like, Albert Einstein was a genius because he had, like, I don't know, like 3 suits. He just wore the same thing every time because he knew that the choices that we make every day take some kind of brain power. So he was very careful with that, and he was very disciplined, and I admire that, and that's something that I want to do. And I love cars too, but I don't have the resources to be a race car driver. So, and I did have the resources to be a pro cyclist, but I went into the education route, and I'm so happy that I did. And I think I got what I did out of cyclists. I got what I did out of cars. I got what I did out of so much experimenting this entire time. And I got here. I chose one discipline to pursue it. And it blossomed so well. And it ties all of these things, because you could give anyone a camera and we'll all take a picture of something different. And yeah, okay, if I'm somewhere popular and I take a picture somewhere, there's going to be tons of people that take the same picture, because sometimes people just flock and they're like, oh, well, that is a cool thing to take a picture of. They all take a picture and they keep moving forward. They don't look for... I mean, it is a training of the eye, so I can't, like, neglect it. But they would walk on a path and just they would just keep walking around, but there's beauty everywhere. I love the fact that when I look through my camera, I could change the way I see the world. It's like, it's such an escape for me. But like, when I pick up a camera, everything else fades. And it's just me and my camera. And that's a special feeling that I don't really get with many else things. And this is something that is, I feel like it's productive. And productivity is a whole nother discussion. And we're soon ending. Just a minute left. So I think that was a great rant. These are the thoughts that I have, and I'm so happy to have them. I'm happy to have my discipline, my art, my job, my ability to take things like this to jump into photography. Because how do you become a better photographer? It's not buying new equipment. It's not all these things. It's seizing the moment. It's being a better artist. It's being a better person. It's diving deeper into the human experience. Yes, you could be a better photographer with a cool lens, but then you'd just be thinking materially. Don't get caught in that trap. I know I have. All praise goes to God. That's it. Is there more? Oh, okay. There it is. Sweet. Thanks, guys.